think I'm live. I don't know. I think I'm live. So we will find this out the minute somebody else logs on. Everyone, take 5 for a second. Okay. Open a Google form. This is fun. Okay. Uh-oh. Shoot. Okay. If you're watching this live right now, I'm trying to do all of this at once. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I have to log back into my Gmail. So if you're on here live, please let me know. Text me, comment. I feel like I should have gone live on Facebook. Okay. Actually, I feel like... Okay, I see there's somebody on here. So if you're on live, will you please text me? Tell me if you can see me, if you can hear me. I'm having such a hard time with this Google Hangout thing. I don't know why this is so hard tonight. I feel like I should just book. Dun, dun, dun. It's so hard. Okay. Everyone just take 5 for a second. Okay. This is so much harder than I thought. Okay. Someone's watching me. This is so much fun. Okay. So, actually, I feel like I'm gonna do this. Okay. All right, so we're just gonna dive in. I'm so excited. I can't see anyone. This is so much fun. Being annoying. So I'm thinking you guys are really getting the bare bones of Michael right now. I'm thinking there's 2 people watching me. Can somebody please text me and tell me that you can hear, see me, if this is working? This is very difficult for me right now. If not, we're already 6 minutes behind. I hate being late. So somebody tell me if you can hear me. If not, I'm going to go Facebook Live because I don't know if this is working. Katie, you're so awesome. Okay, so I'm excited. I'm diving in. I'm Michael. I'm your sales director. If you're watching this, you're like, I have no idea what's going on. It's so much fun. We're all going to learn and do this together. This has been so much fun these last couple of weeks. If you guys have been watching on Facebook, we have had so much growth. We've had so much momentum. We've had just a bunch of stuff going on. And so I feel like this is going to be the answer that we're looking for, just to have something live that we can all plug into, because I know that some of you know each other, and we have people all over the United States. We have people Oregon, Washington, Idaho. We have out in Iowa. We have like everyone across the globe. And so for one person to plug into everyone, it is kind of a lot, which is perfect on my end. But I want to create camaraderie. I want to create sisterhood. I want to create wins for everyone. And so that when you see someone adding team members, having sales, having all that excitement, you know who that person is, and we can all cheer them on. My biggest mission, the family sisterhood. Like, that is what I'm all about. And so I am going to create that with these weekly meetings. Okay. So this is where, I know we have people that are students, full-time work, full-time mom, full-time, all of the above. Okay. And I chose 8:30 because I feel like that is the time, for those of you, you guys should all know me, but regardless of what, I'm not married. I don't have kids. I have the most amazing boyfriend ever. But by the time we get home, I cook dinner, we relax. My night doesn't stop. It's still going, but it really doesn't stop until about 8:30. That's when he's in bed almost every night by 8 o'clock. And so this is, I feel like for those of you that are moms, your kids typically are in bed between 8:30. For those of you that are students, your last class will get out about, I remember my last class would get out at either 7:55 or 8:15. And so I'm trying to find a way for everyone to plug into something without having to drive somewhere, be away from your family, be away from your kids, be away from anything. Like, I'm trying to give as much as I possibly can. And so this is my solution for that. So, as we all get on the same rhythm and the same motion. And so this is where you're going to get to have your inspiration, your recognition, your training. And so tonight is just kind of where we're going to set the standards of what I'm going to offer you, what you want of me, all of that. And so every week, what I'm hoping to have is that Google Doc filled out to where you can tell me what you've done. You can get your recognition, all of that. If there's anything specific that you need from me, I can answer that. If not, I will have a training prepared. And so tonight's just kind of like going to be housekeeping, just getting in the rhythm of everything. Okay. So before we kick it off, I'm so excited to go through the Google Docs. And so I know there's been a lot of confusion on the Google Doc. So I just want you guys to know I'm human. So give me some grace. I'm learning everything right alongside you. Okay. So for the two peeps that filled out their Google Docs correctly, at least. So if you filled it out and it didn't come through to me, I'm incredibly sorry. Just bear with me. Okay. But the two that I have, and I'm so excited. Okay. So we have, oh my gosh, I'm so stoked for this. So from Monday to Monday. So the way that this is going to break down is we're going to go through everything that happened from Monday to Monday, because every Monday we're going to have these meetings. Okay. So from last Monday to this Monday, we have, let me scroll down. Oh my gosh. The beautiful Katie. She saw a whole 9 faces. Oh my goodness. Okay. So Katie saw 9 faces. Then we have Carly, who saw 3 faces. And then since last week, we have Katie added 2 team members. And Carly added 1 team member. This is getting really intense. Okay. And then since last Monday, Katie sold $200. And Carly, okay, let's just all like hold on to your seat for a second. Carly sold $563.34. Are you kidding me? I don't even know what half of that is, but that's over $250. That's what I know. It's incredible. And how many bookings from last Monday? Because here's the thing is that if you don't have bookings, you don't have a bloodline to your business. So bookings are my favorite category because that means you're setting yourself up for success. So last week, Katie, they're all new to me. Katie has new bookings coming in, but Carly has 3 new bookings. This is so much fun because these are 2 that filled out their forms. Anything positive that you want to share? So Katie said, hang on, I have to click on this so it like pulls up. I've learned the possibilities are endless in this business and there's no way to go but up. That's so awesome. And I love that because literally there's nowhere to go but up. I mean, if you book somebody, you have potential. You know, if you, anything that you do in this business is just going to give you results. And so that's so true. And I love that. And she even put, I mean, exclamation mark, so exciting. Any questions? Okay. One of the questions is, what would you recommend for someone who wants to be a part of your team but can't afford it right now? Okay. So if somebody ever comes to me and they say, this sounds really great, but I don't have the money for it, the first thing I do is I ask them, what is their situation? Like, do they work, like where, my number one thing is who supports you, or how do you fund your life? That's the number one thing. So that's going to tell me, do you make your own money? You know, do you have a job? Do you make your own money, or is somebody else doing that for you? Okay. And then, so let's say she's like, oh yeah, I work at, Marshall's. I don't know, just somewhere. Okay. She has a job. Then you say, okay, awesome. So when's your next payday? And I just set it up like that. When's your next payday? Oh, I get paid, you know, every 2 weeks. So then we can either break it up to where on her next payday, she's going to get the starter kit, or depending on that, I'll ask her, I'll say, what's your work? Tell me what your work ethic looks like. Oh, I'm a really hard worker, you know, blah, blah, blah. Awesome. So we can do one of two things. You can either wait another 10 days, 14 days, whatever, to get your starter kit, or we can go ahead and get, and if you met her at a facial, okay, if you met her at a facial, she filled out a customer profile. On the back is referrals. So I can say, okay, we can do one of two things. You can wait on your payday, or we can take these referrals, we can book them together, and at one of these parties, we can turn that over for you to get your starter kit. What would you prefer? What sounds more exciting to you? What are you more willing to do? Because at the end of the day, I want somebody who's willing to make a way, find a way. You know, I personally didn't have the money for my starter kit, but I remember the conversation of me calling and borrowing the money from my grandma, you know, and I think that make a way, find a way. Like, somebody that wants to make a, you know, change in their life will figure it out. You know what I mean? So that's really what I go with. Now, if there's somebody that is stay-at-home wife, stay-at-home, you know, somebody else pays their bills, whether it's their parents, husband, whatever it may be, I say, oh my gosh, so who finances everything? And they tell me, and I say, okay, so what do you think they would say about this? And that's where you're going to find out the support system. And from there is where I will ask, you know, oh, my husband, my parents, whatever. And I say, so what do you think that they would say about you starting something like this? And they're going to tell you, they'd be excited, they would question it, they would this. That way you can provide them with the information. If they're skeptical, if they're not, whatever, or if they say, they support me no matter what I want, then I say, oh my gosh, so do you need to call them and ask for a payment of some sort? Or do you, like, I just ask, what does that process look like? You know what I mean? Because there's some people that you can call and you can be like, oh my gosh, this is what I want to do. And they're like, yes, do it, do it. And there's other people that need to go home and almost ask for permission. So you need to understand that relationship so you can respect that and they can move forward with it. So hopefully that answered that. So I'm really excited. And I just need to brag for like 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. And it's so cute that both Carly and Katie were the two that submitted their forms tonight, because these 2 girls have came in and have like tornado affected everything. And this is so much fun to watch. I think Carly now has 4 team members. And Carly's only been in her business for like 10 days. And Carly recruited Katie, and Katie's been in. She's got 2 team members. I mean, these girls are rocking it. I mean, I know there's so many other people that are too, but it's so fun to see that you literally can control your success and where you go from here. And so it's really exciting. It's so fun for me to like watch and coach and be a part of all of this with everyone. So I will take up probably about 20 minutes and just go through some of the basics, because I know we have a ton of new team members, people that are just kind of like, what do I do next? Like, how is this going to go? And so I just want everyone to know, first and foremost, if you haven't met with me, that's the number one thing. But moving forward with this, I'll go over a couple of just like generic housekeeping things, okay? So number one thing is I want to say is the Mary Kay attire. Like, this is your own business, but my number one thing is don't confuse flexibility with unemployment. Okay. So with that being said, it is your own thing. Fit it in where it works, where it's best for you, but still make sure you're treating your business like a business. If you treat it like a business, it'll treat you like a business. If you treat it like a hobby, it'll treat you like a hobby. Whichever one you're comfortable with, that's awesome. One thing is I'm all for, if you're with people that you know and you want to be comfortable, but at the same time, know the professionalism, the Mary Kay attire. When you're with me, it's one thing. I'm very, very lenient, like, be how you are. But when you start working with other people, other sales directors, other consultants, the Mary Kay attire, so everyone knows what that looks like. It's a skirt or a dress, so that way you're dressed sharp. I would never want somebody else to show up to an event and not be dressed the Mary Kay attire and feel out of place. So just first and foremost, know that. Also, a couple of things. A lot of this is in that email that I've sent to everybody, but number two thing, okay, is make sure that all of us have our phone numbers, okay? So our voicemails changed to a Mary Kay voicemail. I never thought this was a huge thing until, have you ever called somebody and it says you've reached 530-867, and you're like, wait, is this the right person? Like, I don't know. Or you call someone and it's like, the mailbox you've called is currently full. You cannot leave a message or whatever. And you're like, this is so awkward. So if you want to be a businesswoman, present yourself as that businesswoman. My voicemail, and you guys can all call me, just text me before you call me and say, I'm calling, listen to your voicemail. But my voicemail says, hi, you've reached Michael with MK Cosmetics and Studio Pink. I think mine says maybe David's Bridal, but hi, you've reached Michael with MK Cosmetics Studio Pink. I'm sorry I wasn't able to reach your phone call. Please leave me your name and your number. If you need to get a hold of me a little bit quicker, you can send me a text message. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Something along those lines, okay? But that way people know, especially once you branch out of your friends and family, they know that they've reached the right number, okay? Because there's nothing more. A lot of people are not going to leave a message if they don't know that they've reached the right person. Okay. So there's a couple of things right there. I also would definitely, hopefully everybody's used the product. If you haven't, go through and make a list. Things that you use yourself: body wash, mascara, eyeshadow, lotions, all those things that you currently use. Make a list of them so you can order them through Mary Kay for yourself. So instead of going and using Dove lotion or your boyfriend using Old Spice, use Mary Kay. You're already spending the money on the product. Might as well be smart and buy it from yourself at half off. Okay, so that's a huge thing. I feel like some of these things are super basic, but I feel like we're doing a lot of housekeeping this round. You know what I mean? And speaking of that, make sure everyone watching this, this is just me being me. Make sure your Facebook photo is an appropriate one. Make sure the posts that you're posting are appropriate. Make sure that it's all just cleaned up. Because as you bloom in your business, whether it's staying small, growing big, and making this a career, you want this to be an attractive thing. You want people to be attracted to you. People are attracted to happy people who are positive, not people that have like cake stand photos or cussing in their profile, like statuses or anything weird like that. So just make sure that it's appropriate, okay? People are going to follow what you're doing, okay? So now we've kind of gone through all of that. And if you haven't sent me a Vox, send me a Vox too, so that way I have you on there. But we're going to dive into, I'm probably only going to take about another 10 minutes. This is just like getting us all together, just bring it to the basics, okay? So with this being said, there's 4 ways to make this business work. This business is the copycat business. You need to have leads. You need to book the leads. You need to do the skincare class. And you need to overcome objections. Those are the 4 things that are going to make or break your business. Okay. Those are the 4 areas that you need to master. All right. Obviously, we're not going to master all 4 of those areas in 8 minutes tonight. Okay. But I'm going to start everyone off with the basics. It doesn't matter if you've been in your business for years or if you're brand spanking new. Leads are leads. Okay. Leads are any name and phone number. So that's your friends, family, coworkers, people that you go to school with, people scan at Starbucks that you stop randomly. There's so many ways to stop somebody, and all you need to do is you need to figure out what are your goals. Okay, if you're watching this, figure out how much money do you want to make. And I think this is like the big reality check of, it's really easy to say, I want to be successful, but what does success look like to you? Like, really take the time. You know, if you want to make money, okay, a lot of people tell me, I just want to make a lot of money. What are you going to do with the money that you make? What's that money going to do for you? Is that money going to take you and your husband on a trip? Is that money going to pay for your kids' tuition, whether it's to preschool, to high, going through a private high school, whether it's college? Is your money going to pay for you to get your hair done every, couple months? Is your money going to pay for the new transmission on your car? What is that money going to pay for? What is driving you? Because if you don't have a connection to what's important to you, you're never going to reach your goal. And I'm just being so honest in that sense of, is your money just going to put food on the table? Like what? And that's where I really feel like, this is how I was raised in the Mary Kay world. Is I remember my director coming to me and she said, how much money do you need to make? And I told her, and she said, at first I said, well, what can I make? She's like, you can make whatever you want. And I said, okay. I need to make $10,000. She's like, okay, well, let's break this up into portions. And I remember her saying, okay, make a deal with me. And I was like, okay, what's that deal? And she said, how many facials are you willing to do? And I said, I'll do 30 facials a week. And I mean, that's just what I said. I'll do 30 facials a week. I'll figure it out. I'll find time. I'll make time. She said, are you willing to write me a $10,000 check? Give it to me. I'm not going to cash it until the end of the month. I was like, what's that for? She said, if you don't reach your goal, how confident are you? Because I was like, oh, I'm really confident. And she said, okay, $10,000 confident. And I'm like, I don't know. And she said, if you're not that confident, that means you're not willing to stick to your goal. And I was mad when she said that, because I'm a woman of my word. I'll do anything, But it scared me for that $10,000 check. And I said, okay, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this, puff my chest up a little bit higher. But knowing that I owed someone something, I knew she wasn't going to, it just made me, I'm not going to set a goal that I'm not willing to reach, and I think that's the number one thing, is figuring out, what do you want, in the sense of, is it money? Is it friends? Is it tax write-offs? Whatever it is, figure out what you want. But figure out where, if it's money and whatever the goal is that you speak, figure out how it's going to be tied back to you, your family, your future, whatever you're doing. Because if there's not a connection, you're not going to commit yourself to it. And if you're not going to commit yourself to it, what I can tell you is that society works off of goals and deadlines. If taxes weren't due by April 15th, when would you file them? You probably would never. If the paper wasn't due by Monday, when would you turn it in, right? And so that's why I'm so big on Mary Kay with the goals, setting a goal, having a deadline, the 30 facials, the whatever shares. Like, I knew that if I saw 30 faces, I would sell between 1,500 and 3,000. I knew that if I did 10 shares, 7 of them would sign. Like, I knew those averages and I was able to break them down. So the first and foremost thing you need to do is figure out, what do you want this business to do for you? How much money do you want to make? Where do you want to see this taking you? Be connected to that goal, the why, the reason. Once you're connected to that, make a game plan, because you will not hit a goal unless you know. It's almost like you're throwing a dart at a bullseye, but with a blindfold on. If you don't know where you're going and how it's going to get there, it's dangerous. You're just throwing sharp objects in a dark room. So figure that out first. Once you have a clear-cut goal, then you know what you need to do. Based off of that goal, that's where you know how many faces you need to see, what you need to do. So then you can figure out friends, family, coworkers, how you're going to work with those leads. So it feels kind of weird to be like, because I don't know if you guys really can hear and see me, but that's that there. So that's the first and foremost thing. And then with those leads, there's a couple of different ways that you're going to reference with them and that you're going to book them. I have a script. It's my basic script, okay? The facial is always going to consist of, this is for you, up to 5 friends. It's completely free. It's 90 minutes. It's going to be super fun. It's instructional, so you can learn about it. Control the product so you won't have discomfort, irritation. We feature #1 skincare and cosmetic line, which is Mary Kay. We do a foundation finish at the end, so you don't leave with a naked face, but everybody leaves with a goodie bag. It's super awesome. What's your typical schedule look like? That's the basic script. Now, the opening changes, whether they are friends, family, referral, stranger that entered to win, whatever it may be, okay? So in order to kickstart this business, you need to start with someone. So figure it out. Who is your lead source starting with? Friends, family, all that. And if you have a Facebook, you have no reason not to be successful in this business. Because this business, everyone has skin. Start with friends, family, Facebook people, okay? Ask them, what are you doing tomorrow? What are you doing the next day? Figure it out. What's your schedule look like? Do you work 8 to 5? Do you work Monday, Wednesday, Friday? What do you work? Figure out where you're free. Write it out on a piece of paper, okay? I have this thing. Actually, I had it pulled out. I had it pulled out for this specific situation. It's the 6 most important things. This is my schedule. I fill one of these out every single day because I'm in an accountability thing. So I'm not a very organized person, but this works for me. So I love it. So this is it. It has my schedule from 6 a.m. until 10 p.m. Okay. So I can write out what I'm doing, and then it's my most important things: personal, MK, non-MK. Okay. So today, mine was I needed to get cat litter. I've been out of cat litter for a while, so I had to put that on there. And I keep this in my car, so as I'm going through the day, I'm like, oh my gosh, 6 most important things, okay? Non-MK, I need to get cat litter. I need to get detergent. I need to make a copy of my spare key, like basic stuff. Go to the gym, things like that, okay? MK, who I need to meet with, what I need to do. So, and then there's also customer contacts. So that's where I put in when I facial someone, like I need to follow up. I facialed Susie. I need to make sure, Susie, do you love your product? Susie, how's things going? And I'll go over things in another customer training too, but we have this thing called 222. I follow up with customers every 2 days, every 2 weeks, and every 2 months. 2 days, make sure your skin feels good. 2 weeks, make sure you're loving your product and all of that. 2 months, your reorder. That kind of a thing. Then there's personal recruits to contact. So those are people that I personally brought into the company, just checking up with them, just making sure they're good. You need help, you got everything down. Prospects, these are leads, okay? And then prospects to recruit. So the people that are interested in the business, that are like, oh, I need to think on it, whatever. This is just where I'm like, oh, I need to check in with Raquel. How's she doing? How's she liking life? What is she thinking of Mary Kay? Can we get coffee? Whatever it may be, okay? These, down here a little bit more. And I can post this for you guys too. This is just something that gives me structure to follow, okay? So I fill this out and I do this at night because it allows me to brain dump. I don't know if you guys watching this feel the same way, but at night is when my brain's running and I'm like, what do I need to get done? What am I going to do? Cook for breakfast. What am I going to do tomorrow? Laundry, blah, 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 whatever. So dump it out on a piece of paper so you can go back through it. So what I normally do is I brain dump on the back of this and then I organize it on the front so I can rearrange my thoughts, okay? So there's that. But if you don't have a plan and you don't know what you're doing, you're most likely not going to hit your goals, okay? So make sure that you know the leads that you have, you've got your scripts, you've got your schedule, and you're going for it, okay? So Another thing I want to just kind of sum up with you guys in the next like 5 minutes is we have 3 days left of the month, or maybe 4. I think we have 31 days. Sorry, 31 days. So we have 4 days left in the month, okay? So here's a couple of things to keep in mind, okay? So if you're watching this, if you know about the Embracelet, any $600 order that you do is going to get you the little Embracelet bangle, okay? I'll post another flyer about it tonight so everyone can see what that is, okay? And then, so we have until Friday at 9 p.m. is when the whole month closes, okay? If you want to earn your car, you want to go into DIQ, whatever, you want to earn your Embracelet, whatever you want to do, it needs to be in night, okay? And so couple of things. Embracelet is number one, $600 order, okay? So that's first and foremost. There is going to be a promotion that's being launched in the morning, so you guys better be really excited to pay attention to that. I'm super stoked to share it with you guys, but it's going to be like a last 4-day push, okay? And so I know we have some of you on here that want to earn a car, want to go into leadership. What I want to tell you is if you do it now, this is the smartest thing because there's a promotion coming out that I can't tell you guys quite yet, but I might sneak it out tomorrow with the other one. But the Embracelet, there's a challenge. If you do the Embracelet this month, next month, and the following, you earn a special prize from the company, which it's so cool because you're already earning a bracelet, you're already earning these other things, and you're making money doing it. It's like, oh my goodness, why wouldn't you do that? Okay, so that is something to keep in mind. If you have not earned your bracelet, $600 order, you want to do that as well, okay? And then just pay attention for the promotion tomorrow morning. And then if you're in to earn a car, just know, or directorship, whatever you're doing, whatever your goals are, the month needs to be done by 9 p.m. on Friday. Do not wait till the last minute because the company, so everyone's going to be, like everyone in Mary Kay is going to be posting orders last minute. The system will freeze. Like it freezes, it shuts, it's annoying. So do not wait till the last minute. So sell your way, get your orders and place them. I would place them before Friday at 5 because it's going to get super choppy and super annoying. So that's that. I think of all the other promotions and things going on and announcements, the number one thing is just make sure that your orders are through because we just started off a new star quarter. So that means we have until June 15th to wrap that up. So if you weren't a star last quarter, become a star this quarter. It's going to be super fun. We're going to have an amazing star party. It's going to be amazing. So if you guys have any other questions, like just reach out to me personally, box me. Next week, we're really going to dive in a little bit stronger in the training to really do more of booking, selling, coaching, recruiting, all of that, okay? I'm excited. This is fun. I'm glad that Google Hangout worked. I hope that you guys had a good time with me. We'll sign off a little bit earlier than what I was thinking, 5 minutes early, but thank you guys for making this a priority. Hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you learned a little bit. And Katie and Carly, I'm so incredibly proud of both of you. I know that you guys are going to go so far, and I'm just like over here giddy and cheering you on. So I love everyone.